Hi, everybody. Happy Wine Wednesday. Happy second day of December. I can't believe we've made it to the final month of 2020. And I wouldn't want to be joined by anybody else today on this fine Wine Wednesday than my friend Caitlin Jemma. How we doing, Caitlin?
Hi!
Hello.
Cheers!
Cheers!
Yay!
Cheers to everybody out there watching. Thanks for tuning in. So, Caitlin, what do you have in store for us? Like, what have you been working on lately? Is there anything that you want to present to us, maybe, that people haven't heard?
Yeah, I've actually been working on a new album this year. And so I got done recording that, and I'll play some new songs from that album.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been working on what you want as your New Year's resolution?
I feel like, yeah. I feel like it's going to be pretty basic this time around. Yeah, normally it's like these big dreams, like I want to play this festival or da da da, but now I'm kind of like, I have no idea what's going to happen next year, so I'll just kind of ride the wave just like everyone else.
Absolutely. That's what you got to do. But
yeah.
I mean, I feel like despite the negatives that this year's brought, it's also brought a whole bunch of positives, and just seeing some very good sides of humanity. And I think everyone has kind of been more introspective this year, especially in like the creative process. I know has evolved and changed a lot for musicians, especially, but for a lot of people. And how has that kind of been shaped for you this year?
I love that you point that out. Yeah, I feel like in the American society in general, we don't normally give ourselves breaks. We're not really, maybe it's like, oh, we get vacation time a little bit, but not like a whole year of like, okay, now I'm at home. What do I do?
Right.
You know? And so I think there has been a lot of positive things happening despite being away from each other and from our normal lives. And I love the introspection piece. I feel like I've definitely been healing and working on stuff that was kind of in the shadows, and now is, getting healed and recognized. And yeah.
Yeah. And that's important, taking time for yourself.
Yeah.
Whether it be, like a little mental vacation and just like doing things, hobbies or work that excites you and interests you and takes the mental stress off in that way, or even if it's a physical vacation, which is a little harder to do right now. But
Yeah.
even just a bubble bath with some wine.
Yes. I feel like it's like bringing up what's actually important for us.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really good reminder for our society.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can get very distracted, I feel like. And so now it's like, okay, when you eliminate all the distractions, what's the most important thing?
Exactly.
So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very excited to hear what you've got in store for us, Caitlin. If you want to just kick it off with the first song, let's do it.
Yeah, I'll do one kind of in the vein of what we are just talking about. Last year I spent a lot of my time in grief. I was processing a intense breakup, and so I feel like it prepared me for the 2020 grief. But this song is kind of what happens when you kind of accept that grief, and then you look for the gems of the everyday and the little things that you find gratitude in that are simple. So the song's called Morning Sun. All you gotta do is get a little morning sun on you, baby. All this running around's driving you crazy. It's time to slow down, move up to a higher ground. There's so much to be grateful for lately. The only three things in life I'm sad to do are feel and heal and be real with you. distracted. Baby, I'm getting back at it. All I wanna do is put my little mark on this planet. All you gotta do is get a little morning sun on you, baby. Everybody's talking so loud, it's making me crazy. It's time to slow down. Get back to the here and now. I'm so glad I'm here with you now, baby. All you gotta do is get a little love on you, baby. Ooh, all I wanna do is put a little love on you, baby. All you gotta do is get a little love on you, baby. All I wanna do is put a little love on you, baby. Now if you're sitting in front of me, I would sprinkle some love on you. And I would say, all I wanna do is put a little love on you. Baby.
Woo! I love it.
Yay!
Thank you. So you went through a breakup in 2019? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah. I guess it was 2018. Yeah, 2018. But all of last year, I took the time to go on the road by myself and process my grief and just kind of lived in my van and cried while driving a bunch of times and wrote songs, and it was I'm glad I had that experience. It was very, soul developing.
I feel like just a long drive. I mean, I've been just driving, like, I've gone to the car wash way more times than normal lately, just to, like, get out of the house and, like, say I did something that day. But
I love the car wash. I feel like it brings back, like, childhood memories of, like, feeling like I was inside of a monster or something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think drives and showers just inspire the best ideas. Sometimes like the weirdest ideas, but a lot of my best ideas have resulted from just like having, the moment or the minutes to reflect and like not be looking at my phone and just like being in my own head, which is scary sometimes, but necessary.
I feel you.
All right. Well, okay. So basically, if we're going all the way back to, I think you were like 8 years old when you got your first guitar.
I was 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were 17 and you got a job in Carson. That was like your first job, right? The copy girl job?
Yeah.
Yeah. So your dad like kind of not loaned you, but gifted you this guitar as like a first job present, but then he kind of wanted interest or a return just because like he knew you were working and he's like, you got this now. I'm going to show you how to pay for things.
Yeah, it was kind of like I was listening to a lot of Bob Dylan at the time, and I've always been a writer. I've always been into poetry since I was like a really young child. Like I remember reading Shel Silverstein and being like completely obsessed. So I just loved poetry, and then when I discovered Bob Dylan and these other like folk singer songwriters, I really fell in love as a teenager. And then my dad bought me a guitar, and he was kind of like, hey, I don't know if you'll like this, but maybe just like get yourself some lessons and try it out. And then I wrote my first song very soon after getting my first guitar, and then it just kind of became what it is today. So
heck yeah. And your first your debut LP was Home is the Hills, like the year that we all said the world was ending back in 2012.
Yeah, totally. Little did we know.
Oh my gosh.
Like that was probably a piece of cake.
I love the like almost saloon style aspect to that LP too, because like we were talking about earlier, you growing up in the more rural part of Nevada in Virginia City, the saloon life there and like the nightlife, which is saloons and more saloons and ghost tours.
Yeah.
So much fun. But I think that you personified that sort of lifestyle through that first LP, which was really cool. So I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Going
I
to
think
school over there.
it was just like moving out of Nevada, and then because I moved up to Oregon and went to U of O, and then when I was up there and in this new place, I was like, oh, like what I had in Nevada was really special, like all this open space and like cowboy culture and wild horses and coyotes. Like it's kind of like when you leave your hometown, you don't really, you want to get out and you want to explore the world, and then you might find that like you actually had it really good back at home too.
It's like as you age, the appreciation for where you grew up also ages, and you start to realize like, oh wait, maybe my childhood wasn't like the way that I thought it was. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So I live in Sebastopol now, but I love going back to Nevada and just being in the wild nature.
Yeah, you and I should set up like a ghost tour.
Fun
adventure. It's a hoot.
For sure.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I love like when you're going up that windy road from Reno, or if you're coming from Carson to go up to Virginia City, just it's hilarious to me. The fact, well, first of all, tumbleweeds. I didn't realize those were like actually
they're real.
a thing. Like
they're not just in a cartoon.
Yeah. And so I moved there and I'm like, wait a minute, this is really cool. And then like when you're going up to Virginia City, you have all the like wild horse crossing signs. Like there's no pedestrian signs. It's like such a windy road, but it's just wild horses, watch out.
Yeah, and I spent like many months of the pandemic back in Nevada this year. And so I got to reconnect with my hometown and the wild horses, and it was really nice. Like, there was parts of it that were lonely for sure, because it's, like, the middle of nowhere. But it was nice to kind of, like, be like, well, I don't have anything else to do.
Right. Okay, so you remember what I told you earlier about sipping?
Yeah.
Okay, so get ready.
Okay.
What happened to the criminal who, this criminal was caught in the capital of Nevada? What happened?
Tell me.
He was incarcerated.
Oh! I gotta cheers to my Carson friends. They're gonna like
cheers.
That one.
There's basically Carson, Reno, Vegas, Elko, and then Area 51.
Yeah, which is a trip. Yeah. Have you been to Area 51?
No, I want to though.
Yeah, it's fun. Like fun. There's a bar called the Alien Bar.
Ooh.
Yeah, and they spell it A-L-I-N-N. Like it's like an N, but it's not really an N.
I love it. Well, and speaking of aliens, you have this sort of style that you describe as the cosmic cowgirl style.
Totally.
So if you want to explain a little bit about that, and then we can get into, maybe we can do 2 songs back to back.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm actually just starting a club called the Cosmic Cowgirl Club, and it'll be like a writing club I'm going to launch next year. And it's basically like, it comes from, living in Nevada and being someone that like could see the stars at night, but then also be, here on planet Earth and enjoying all of our earthly delights. But just really appreciating that kind of wild West culture and the style. I make these bolo ties too.
Oh my gosh, my coworker is gonna need you to make him one of those. He's obsessed.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Just like appreciating that kind of like rugged, lifestyle where you're out in nature, but then you're also appreciating what's above, and so hence the sparkly backdrop.
I love it.
The universe, the sparkly universe that we live underneath.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for explaining. I think that's awesome. I like the little recipe that you've concocted in terms of your musical style. It's really cool.
All right. Cool.
All right. So, Caitlin, what do we want to get into next? We'll do 2 back-to-back.
2 songs. I'll do one about Nevada now. Yeah. Since we're on the subject. I'll bet her sage is blooming, hiding a rattler in the ground. I'll bet her pines are whispering, selling secrets to the south. And I'll bet you when she's mad, you'll hear thunder from the south. Sounds of her crying out, some coyote's mouth. Well, I've been feeling lost, and I know not where to go. Take me, lonely highway to Nevada, she is my home. I've been needing rest, I will find it on this road. Take me, lonely highway to Nevada, she is my home. Take me, lonely highway to Nevada, she is my home. So yes, I grew up in this old mining west town, old 1800s town where they used to mine gold, and I grew up seeing wild horses and hearing coyotes at night howling. I always dedicate this part of the song to the coyotes, so I go, woo. She is my home. I've been needing rest, I will find it on this road. Take me, lonely highway to Nevada, she is my home. Take me, lonely highway to Nevada, she is my home. Yay!
Yay!
All right, we'll do a brand new song. This is off the next album. I'm gonna release it next year, and it's called True Meaning. I decided to call it True Meaning. I couldn't think of a name, and I was in the studio and going through a few different names, and this is one of my favorite songs on the album, and it talks about love and what we want from life, right? And one thing it asks is, I pray I find true meaning in this life, and I pray that all of us live meaningful lives that are full of love. experiences that light us up, make us feel sparkly. And even if we get hurt along the way, maybe we get done wrong, we can always come back to gratitude and thankfulness for the experience of life. So I love playing this song because I feel like it puts me into my best self, my thankful self. I've been touched by your love, baby. I can never go back. Call me a freshly opened highway, darling. I'm rolling out a new path. I've been changed by your love, baby. I'm never gonna be the same. Oh man, you make me mad. Still I'm glad that I'm never gonna be the same. Ooh, when the light becomes dimmer, I hope it's you I'm holding in the darkness. Let my heart grow deeper. Pray I find true meaning in this life. Know what it is to know love. Pushed it away, baby, and I was afraid to even feel it. I've shamed and I've been ashamed to say what I'm needing, but I've been touched by your love, baby. Never gonna be the same. Oh man, I wanna be graceful, but growing up is painful. Let me be grateful anyway. Ooh, when the light becomes dimmer, hope it's you holding me in the darkness. Let my heart grow deeper. I pray I find true meaning in this life, and know what it is to know love. I've been touched by your love, baby. Never gonna be the same. I've been changed, I've been changed. I'm never gonna be the same. I've been touched by your love, baby. I'm never gonna be the same. Woo, yeah.
Thanks, Caitlin.
Thank you.
You're killing it so far, my dear.
Aw, thanks so much.
So I'm very curious. I bet you have some fun stories from, well, two amazing music events, but you can pick which one you want to tell a story on. But I know that you had like sort of your like breakthrough gig at Lightning in a Bottle, which is awesome. And then I love that you also 2.5 years ago, you performed at Burning Man. Which is so cool. Tell me about it.
I feel like, the Lightning in a Bottle gig was really fun. It was an honor to be at that festival. But I feel like in comparison to Burning Man, like Burning Man was just like more intense. Like I feel like everything went wrong. Like the stage was, an hour late, and then the drummer that I'd been rehearsing with was like, I have to go to another gig, and so he ditched. And then that's actually how I met Matt Goff.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, he plays with Marty O'Reilly's band. Mm-hmm. And he was just sitting in with another band before me, and so I turned to him, and he was still on the drum set, and I was like, hey, we don't know each other, but can you be my drummer? And his beautiful blue eyes were shining back at me, and I'm like, please. He's like, do you need me? And I'm like, yes, I really do. And he's like, I'll be here.
Oh my god.
And so this crazy set of I think I had probably 8 musicians on stage with me, and then a drummer who I literally just met, and we played this set that was very, ragtag, and I kind of felt a little bit everyone did a great job, but it was just so chaotic that I felt I don't know about that one. But then people told me that was their favorite Caitlin Jemma set, so I was like, okay, maybe there was something to that.
That's awesome. I feel like, I mean, Burning Man, it's kind of just I mean, you want to prepare for it. I know a lot of my friends, while I was going to school in Reno, they would go to Burning Man and just stock up on, especially water and kind of the human necessities, so to speak. But then I think the coolest part about Burning Man is just taking stuff and bartering basically, and there isn't really a currency other than just love and energy, and then trading stuff.
Totally.
But what was one cool thing, obviously you go there with your supplies that you stock up with and take over with you, but you don't leave with all that same stuff because you're doing so much trading. Is there anything that stood out to you?
As far as that?
Yeah.
Anything, any treasures?
Exactly.
I feel I can't think, nothing's coming to mind right now, but I think one thing that was definitely a treasure was flying into Burning Man.
Oh.
I got to fly on this. I got picked up in Lake Tahoe.
So cool.
With a friend from Oregon Country Fair who's a pilot for one of the stages at Burning Man, live music stage. And he pilots this 1950s super tiny, it's the size of a very tiny car, basically airplane.
Oh my god.
And it was pretty terrifying being in that thing, but it was also ooh, skipped the line and got to fly.
Gosh.
So and I even flew the plane for a sec, which was also super scary. But it's really like riding a bike. You just you put your hands on kind of like a steering wheel kind of, but it's kind of more like
the navigation system.
Well, yeah, it was just he let me kind of steer the plane, which was definitely pretty terrifying. I was like, I'm good. I did that for 5 seconds.
You're just walking into Burning Man I'm feeling good. My adrenaline is pumping right now.
Yeah, it was pretty trippy, just landing on the playa.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And never landing on anything but tarmac before. Just being oh, we're landing on the desert.
Oh my gosh. That's a little scary, but super cool too.
It was cool. I'm really glad I had that experience. So one of a kind for sure.
Oh, definitely. At some point in my life I want to go. But I always remember working the days following the end of the festival and having to tell people, hey, you can't shower in our sink in the bathroom.
Where did you work?
Oh. Well, I was working at In-N-Out for a while.
Okay.
In Nevada, and then just serving and bartending gig at another place, and both years that I was at those places, just having to be like, you can't shower in here. I'm sorry. This is not a shower.
Oh my gosh.
But they were always like super sweet customers, but they also enjoyed using our sinks as showers. So that was fun.
That's funny.
Oh my gosh. And just seeing all the RVs and trailers like just covered in dust was super cool.
Totally.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we'll get to do it next year. Who knows?
Yeah, heck yeah.
That'd be fun.
Were there wild horses over in the playa? In the desert?
No. Oh. There's not like a ton of life out there. Although I think it fills up. I think it's like a lake bed, so I think it actually fills up in the winter.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
I'd be curious to find out what lives there.
So, Caitlin, if a zoo had a half man and half horse, do you think that
like a centaur?
Do you think it'd be the centaur of attention?
I ruined your joke. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. You made it better.
I'm like, centaur? All right, you earned that one.
Thank you. All right, so behind me here we have a nice array of little presents and wine, liquid diet here. And basically what we're doing through our website, if you go over to jamcellars.com, we're doing hashtag 25 days of jam. And basically for each different day up until Christmas Day, within the month of December, we're doing different giveaways and promos. So today, through I think 11:59 p.m., wherever you're based out of, we're offering free shipping for all orders. So if you're in need of replenishing your wine supply, I know it's crazy, but Christmas and New Year's are already like right around the corner. Less than a month till New Year's, and just about 3 weeks or so until Christmas. So if you need to get some more wine or get some gifts ready for your loved ones, then you can head over there and just keep checking in. There's an option to subscribe to the newsletter that'll give you the daily update and notification as to what that daily giveaway or promo is. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And then why don't I go ahead and plug you, Caitlin? Where can people find, do you have merch or?
Yeah. Oh, I should show you my Cosmic Cowgirl shirts.
Oh, yes.
Do.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, they're really fun. They're brand new as of this year.
I'm obsessed.
So I have those in my store. I have vinyl as well from my last album.
Awesome.
And it's all dusty rose color. It's sure you can see the theme. And then
awesome.
I make bolo ties, so I'm wearing one here.
Awesome. Can they find all of that at CaitlinJemma.com?
Yeah, it's just in my store and my on there, and just click store, and then there's like new holiday packages that I put together. So if you buy a few things together, you get a special deal.
Woo!
So that's what's up with that.
And it's Love Notes that's on vinyl, right?
That's right. Yeah, I haven't pressed the new record yet because it's going to come out next year. So,
woo!
Yeah.
So exciting. All right. Well, maybe let's hear another song from Love Notes or from your upcoming album. Whatever you want.
Cool. I'll do one from the new one. This one's called Yes, and I wrote this song last year. I was feeling kind of down because I was feeling like things weren't really, going my way. I'm sure y'all in 2020 can relate. But I remembered my mother's advice in the back of my subconscious, which was to focus on the positive, and that's how this song came to be. I'm making it up, baby, and I'm learning as I go. This time around, I'm leaving open a few extra windows and doors. who's coming in with the breeze. One part of being human is suffering, and the other's knowing when to say yes to what's good for me. I say yes to opening my heart to give and receive. I say yes to letting in what I want and letting go of what I no longer need. I say yes to knowing and going after what is good for me. I say yes, I say yes, whoa, whoa, I say yes, yes. I'm making it up, baby, and I'm learning as I go. If you'd like to come with me, I really think you'd enjoy the show. I'm showing up for you, baby. Expect you to be on time. I want you to feel the depth of my love and say yes, it's gonna be alright. I say yes to opening my heart to give and receive. I say yes to letting in what I want and letting go of what I no longer need. I say yes to knowing and going after what is good for me. I say yes, I say yes, whoa, whoa, I say yes, yes. If you're watching from home, please tell me what you're saying yes to. Could be something simple. Could be something more universal. Whatever it is, you can type it in the comments or you can say it to yourself. And you'll say yes, 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 yes. Focusing on the good. Yes, 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 yes. Being grateful for what is yet to come. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I'm making it up, baby, and I'm learning as I go. Yeah.
Yes.
Woo! We all need some positivity right now.
Absolutely.
Are you getting in the holiday spirit?
Yeah, so I broke out some of my Christmas wrapping paper and was super stoked to not have to go into a store for Black Friday.
Perfect.
So kind of started doing my shopping. What about you?
Yeah, I feel like I'm definitely, feeling more holiday spirited because I'm like, I want to get a big Christmas tree and
Yes.
decorate the house now that I'm in my house all the time.
Right. I know, you have to make it nice and cozy and,
Yeah.
inviting.
Exactly.
What kind of, because there's so many different types of Christmas trees, because there's the fake trees, and then there's like the
I'm all about the real tree. All about the real tree. Because
a candle,
I love the smell.
Right, like a candle that smells like a Christmas tree, that's great, but it's not the same.
It's not the same. And I actually grew up, like, for $10, there was a place near where we lived where you could go cut down Christmas trees. And
for $10?
Yeah, it was like a $10 permit. You can go into the woods and cut down a Christmas tree. And my parents are huge on Christmas, and they have these vaulted ceilings. And so I think the biggest tree we ever got was like a 16-foot tree. Oh my God. And we cut it down ourselves and hauled it onto the Suburban. And
oh my goodness.
And then the Christmas tradition in my family is like we all get a new ornament for the tree every year. Mm-hmm. Like everyone in the family. So, and I have a sister, so it was like 4 new ornaments. And so there's just like boxes and boxes of Christmas ornaments.
I'd say, yeah, that's how my
that
house
filled
is.
this 16-foot tree. It was amazing.
Yeah. I feel like that should be your next like endeavor and little hobby, because you seem crafty. You're making bolo ties. Yeah. You could be the ornament maestro of the family.
Yeah, my mom. I get that from my mom. She's a glass artist and
nice.
Jeweler. So yeah, I feel like I've been adopting some of that too.
That's awesome. Yeah. So was this Christmas tree excursion, was it like BYOA, like bring your own axe, or did they give you an axe?
For sure. It was like, like saw it down, like hike through the snow. Like
your neighbor has like the better axe, like the newer, the better
chainsaw
version.
No, we like hand sawed it for sure. Like just watching my dad number of years just like hand saw this tree down. Just like, okay, I guess that's what we're doing.
Wow. So that's, I mean, and then so you went from Virginia City and the high desert in Nevada over to Oregon, because you went to U of O for school, right?
Yeah.
So where'd the heart and the liver and the kidney go on a road trip?
Oh. Tell me. I'll get my glass ready.
Oregon.
Oh. Do you make these up yourself? You're super clever.
I can't tell you. It's secret. Maybe.
That's awesome. Love it.
Were you a big fan growing up of, because I know you were a fan of the Rolling Stones music. Were you a fan of the song Wild Horses?
Yeah. I love that song. I feel like that was like one of the first old songs that like made me cry, you know?
I know.
It's like, such a beautiful, tender song.
It definitely is. It's in like so many, I can't think of a single one right now, of course, but it's in a lot of good movies too, like in a very intense moment.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, Caitlin. So you recorded Love Notes in Oregon, right? While you were over there.
I did, yeah. So in northeastern Oregon, there's a 100-year-old theater called the OK Theater. And my friend Bart Budwig recorded the album for me, engineered and played trumpet on it.
Awesome.
And we did the whole album live on the stage, and it was really fun. Wow. And I also recorded this new album also in Oregon, but I did this one in Portland at a place called Dead Aunt Thelma's.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I have a cousin in Oregon, so shout out to Kristen and shout out to Bart.
Nice. Hey, Bart, I don't know if you're watching.
I love Portland because I'm pescatarian, so I don't eat any meat that like walks on land, basically.
Totally.
And it's super cool. I can't remember the name of the place. There's somewhere in Portland that I went when I visited my cousin, and they have like the mushroom gravy and biscuits. Like instead of meat gravy, it was mushroom based, and like everywhere you go there's so many vegetarian and vegan options, and it's really cool. That was like my favorite.
I love the food up there.
So all right. Let's see here. So, Caitlin, what is, like, your favorite song to perform, or favorite song that you wrote? Because I want to hear it.
Oh, my favorite song that I like to play? I think it's Lean on My Love. I like playing this one.
Okay.
Because I feel like it gets us in our hearts, and it gets us in a place of being available for others, and that's a good place to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'll play that one for you. And this one's on Love Notes. Love is the constant season that stays. Oh, love is the steady breath that remains. Calm as the colors and warm as the wind. True as the turning and longing within. You can lean on my love. I wanna hold you. You can lean on my love. I won't let you down. You can lean on my love. I wanna heal you from whatever feeling in your heart is weighing down your mind. We started out slow. Two rivers wide, reflect and flow. But I can't deny loving you is easy. Oh, I won't deny, babe, you really see. You can lean on my love. I wanna hold you. You can lean on my love. I won't let you down. You can lean on my love. I wanna heal you from whatever feeling in your heart is weighing down your mind. Hey, babe, what you wanna say? I'm on your side, and I wanna keep it that way. Hey, babe, what you wanna do? I'm on your side, I wanna see this through. I'm on your side, please, babe, it's true. I'm on your side, and I'm gonna keep on loving you.
Thanks, Caitlin.
Thank you.
Okay, so with the holidays coming up, obviously everyone, we're all getting our Christmas and holiday shopping done, whether it be with all the deals going on or what have you. But I feel like one really important thing that is a necessity to realize is the fact that we have amazing musicians such as Caitlin that are still providing us with like this glimmer of light that is live music, even though it's through a screen right now. This is an amazing option that we have going for us. And I feel like with that being said, I do know it's really important to support these artists and musicians as, we keep on keeping on through this pandemic. And I know that it's Wine Wednesday, and I still have a joke or two left in me.
Yay!
So I'm sure everyone's going to be feeling a little tipsy by the end of tonight.
Woo! And do we take a cheers to that?
Sure, yeah. Venture over to Caitlin's Venmo. It's posted below. She also has PayPal, paypal.me/Caitlin Jemma. Caitlin with a C.
Yeah.
And the bolo ties are super dope, and you've incorporated like crystals into the ties, right? So cool.
Yeah, I'll show some other ones that I've done. This is like a geode. And then this stone is called merlinite, which is kind of cool.
Oh,
it's like a purple.
It's like green. Oh, purple.
Yeah, it's
blue?
like purple and black.
Love it.
And I've been having fun crafting.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I love it.
Yeah. So
some people make masks, and then Caitlin here, she's just like thinking outside the box. She's making the bolo ties. For once, we all have to start going out in public and dressing nice again.
I know. I'm like, let's just like look cute and go to the grocery store because why not? Like,
I know. I have my like glittery go-to New Year's dress, and I'm like, I'm gonna just wear it at my house. I don't care.
Totally, you have to.
I'm gonna put on some heels, get a blister for no reason. It's gonna be awesome.
Yay!
Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's see. We are 7 minutes out, which means we definitely can squeeze at least one song.
Okay.
Before we conclude the evening. So if you want to kick us off with our last encore song.
I will. Perfect. Awesome. To get a different tuning here. We talked a little bit earlier about my grand adventure that I took last year in the van. My van is a Honda Odyssey called Xena the Road Warrior Princess.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So her and I went on a grand adventure in the before times when you could go on grand adventures.
I'm glad you named your van, because when I meet people that don't have a name for their vehicle, I'm concerned. I'm like, I don't know if I can be friends with you.
So anyway, this song is about that time in my life that I was living in Xena the Road Warrior Princess and dealing with a whole bunch of grief and finding a moment in my grief to feel very thankful for all the feelings that came up. I've been looking out for something I don't yet understand, but I'll know when I feel it new. Lover, old friend, some ways familiar and some in the unknown. I never had a plan for going, baby. I just had to go. Then today, driving west from Austin, I got a long way on my own, being heartbroken and exhausted. But somewhere too, I found alive and free. I wanna feel that feeling that brings me to my knees. Ooh. 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 painted me blue. When you walk further from something, you get closer to something too. So tell me what I ought to do to have one little feeling that feels like the truth. One little feeling, one little feeling, please. One little feeling that will bring me to my knees. One little feeling, one little feeling, please. Oh, one little feeling that will bring me to my
Woo!
Thanks, Sam.
Thanks,
And
Caitlin.
thanks, Jim.
Woo! What was the name of that last song that you... Was the road trip in Xena the Road Warrior Princess, was that song inspired throughout that adventure, or was it like prior to the adventure that you wrote it?
It was after the adventure, and I wrote it, around this time last year. Just kind of reflecting on the year and what it felt like to go on a solo road trip for months. And
Awesome.
yeah. So.
And what's the name of the song?
That song's called One Little Feeling.
One Little Feeling. I love it. Okay, and you said that, is it Xena or Xenon?
Xena, Xena.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're, hanging out with Xena on the road.
Yeah.
Just like getting your feelings sorted and getting your songwriting inspo all in a row. And it was, you said a Honda Odyssey van?
Yeah. 02. With a drop-down DVD player.
Mine has that too. Oh my gosh, I knew we'd be BFFs. I have an 04 Ford Explorer. Her name's Olaf. I know
Nice.
Olaf is masculine in the film, but she's more of a she. And so, okay, my friend has a Honda, and she thought that, like, her friend was going to take the wheels off of her Honda, but it turned out he was just doing it on his own accord.
Oh. Better grab my glass for that.
Did you pour enough for yourself?
You were quite the comedian. This glass was full when we started.
Sorry about it. Oh my goodness. Well, this has been so much fun, Caitlin. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're for sure. I mean, you're just over in Sebastopol, so we're gonna have to.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens as we move into 2021. But it'd be really cool if things get back to normal, hopefully soon, and then we can get you in person,
In the flesh.
In the flesh, yes. And then we'll go do our ghost tour at some point after that.
I would love that. Yes.
All right. Well, with that being said, I think it's time for us to log off for the evening, but happy 5 o'clock for everyone on the West Coast. It's now officially acceptable happy hour time, but really in the pandemic, there is no time that, but for everyone on the East Coast, have some sweet dreams. Happy Wednesday, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.